Yo, what it is, what it look like, man. Yo, it's so dope to be back, man. I'm back off hiatus. I'm feeling fresh. Can you tell I feel fresh, man? I feel refreshed, man. I've been putting in work, but it's always good to take that step back, refresh. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I always talk about, man, when you're a parent, you know, as an adult, when you start adulting, you can start to look at the year as beginning September 1, right? 9/1, beginning of the year, right? Now, I know for a lot of people that's not it, but hey, it's also the beginning of Q4. But listen, you can call that the beginning of the year because then you got your kids locked in. You know what they're doing for the school year. You know what the plan is. You know what they're rocking with. You know how they rolling. So you go into it working, right? That way you got your plan set already when you go to do things like the holidays. You rolling into Thanksgiving and Christmas. Nowadays with the pandemic, all of that stuff is even harder than it used to be. So it's important that you already have your plan set. You got your gears rolling. You know what you want to do. The year begins 9/1. That's New Year's Day. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That way, by the time Thanksgiving roll around, you already ready, fresh. You fresh into the year. Your resolutions, your changes, everything is already there. Christmas roll around, you plugging through. You know what I'm saying? You working through the winter time. If you live in cold area like me, that's important. Got your energy up for the winter time. You rolling, boom, boom, boom. Then you come around March 4th. March 4th. It's like you're going, just think about what those two words say. March 4th. You can March 4th. That's the halfway point. That's where we gonna mark our halfway point, right? All of my lions out there, my young lions, my veteran lions, my Hall of Famers. If y'all rocking with me, especially if you're a parent, man, let's start trying to implement this calendar, right? We start 9/1. We rock it through the holidays. You get to March 4th. We're going to celebrate the mid-year point. And that's the time where we take a step back and we say, all right, how do we do? How did our kids do in school? Did we set things up right? Are there things that we want to do differently? Is there some things that I want to do differently to shift my goals? Well, right now is the perfect time to do it because now is the beginning of spring, right? Where we can start to make some changes and start to see them take effect. Weather's gonna warm up, you get a little more energy kicked back into you. It works a lot better than just going January 1 to December 31st. Trust me, try this one good time, right? So March 4th, we hit our midway point. Boom. Now we rolling and we can start to say, all right, I wanna tweak this, I wanna tweak that. April, May. Now all of a sudden, man, the end of the year is coming up. The kids is getting out of school. The weather's warm. If I had my plans right, if I executed on my plans, I can sit back and relax a little bit. Maybe I can get a vacation in. Maybe I do a little vacation. Maybe me and my family can spend some time, go to the park. That's summertime. We're talking about June. That's our final quarter, man. Now you get the chance. You don't just take your foot off the brake. You don't just take your foot off the gas and do nothing, but you do get a chance to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because now the kids out of school, you get a chance to have your hands on them and say, all right, how did you do? You know what I'm saying? Let's spend some time and let me examine and evaluate where you at. What do you need from me as a parent? And that's I can start to adjust what I do for the last 3 months, right? We're gonna hit this vacation, we're gonna spend some time. I'm gonna really get to know who you are. We're gonna bond. I'm gonna tell you where I'm at in my plans. You get to see firsthand what it looks like to do this adulting thing. You get to see it. You know, I think this year plan works better, right? Also, for all of us adults, especially when you get to the age that I'm at, you need that last 3 months to start, you get a little relaxation in, you get to reevaluate, you know what I'm saying? You get to breathe in the fresh air, look around, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy nature. You see things, it's warm, it's beautiful. That's the perfect time to end the year. When it's beautiful, you remember what life's all about. Then you can start saying, what do I want to plan for next year? That's the perfect time. The sun is shining, you got that vitamin D soaking in your skin. Perfect time to be like, no, next year, maybe I want to do this different. Maybe I want to start my business. Maybe I want to examine sending my kid to a different school. Maybe I want to, anything. That's a chance for regrowth. Maybe your kids, maybe you made an adjustment at the midway point on March 4th, and you marched forth into sending your kids to a camp during the summer. Perfect time. That's all. I forgot to mention that during the midway point, perfect time to examine, all right, this is the time if I want to make a huge adjustment, like sending my kid to a new school, now is the perfect time to start making sure I got all that paperwork in before the midway point. Also, if I want to send my kid to a summer camp, now is the perfect time for me to take a look and see what it is they might want to be doing, right? So then by the time you get to June and we start that final quarter, that final lap, we got plans in place. We're starting to build and grind and rejuvenate, get our energy back up so that when September 1 hits, we rolling again. We rolling again. Trust me, make that adjustment. Move your year back a quarter. You know what I'm saying? That way, start 9-1. Start 9-1. The midway point, March 4th. The whole word, the name of the date is a reminder to March 4th, to keep going. It's much better than, January 1, you got some New Year's resolutions, you fat and you swole up and bloated from holidays, you got a lot of stress from trying to deal with everything you just dealt with your family and your kids on the holidays. Then you're trying to, January 1st, you're trying to come in and, get some new, maybe I'm gonna hit the gym, but now it's cold and it's a blizzard outside. It ain't working. It ain't working, and you know it ain't working. You done tried it many a times, but who says that's the way you gotta do it? Do things, you have autonomy over your life. You have autonomy in how to roll your life, how you gonna lead your life. You can start and make shifts any day you want. So find out what makes more sense. What makes the most sense for me? September 1, New Year's Day. March 4th, reevaluation day, the midway point. June 1st, Q1, final lap. Get some vacation time. Spend some time with my kids. Find out what they need. Show them what I'm working on so they get to see what it looks like to do this adulting thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's good to be back with y'all, man. I wanted to chop it up with y'all about this calendar thing because I've been implementing that, right? That's one of the reasons why you haven't seen me, because I started to, try to take a step back, finalize some plans, start getting things in order. And that's when it really got entrenched in me that, this is summertime right now. It's time for me to step back. My kids are in summer camp, evaluate what's going on. What do they need from me? 2 out of the 3 of my kids are in summer camp. What do they need from me? Talk to them, keep my hands on them, find out what's going on, show them that I got plans, that here's where I'm at in my plans, Maybe some of them are not up to par, but maybe some of them are. Show them what the adulting looks like. Take a step back and finish the work you started. One of the things that I did, and I'm really proud of, and again, this ties into the whole theme of adulting. Finish my album. The album was good. Man, go out and cop that album, man. Y'all better go cop this album. This is the most important album of the year, of the decade, right? I finished this album, and it's very important. It was kind of important that I really hit this because one of the things, this album is called What's Good by me and Sean Charles. So if you want to look it up, go out there right now. Jay Floyd and Sean Charles, What's Good? You'll find it on YouTube. You'll find it on Tidal. You'll find it on iTunes. You'll find it on Spotify. You'll find it on Bandcamp. You find it on everywhere you stream. You will find this album. So far, man, people are loving it. One of the things we really wanted to do with this album, man, this is mature music. This is adult contemporary music, right? There's I'm just gonna give you a quick little description. I don't know if you can see that because of my lighting. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna run down a list, man. You know, we did a little intro. You know, the intro is, you know, it's my TED Talk. You know, it's me really coming to talk to people, my young lions, give them some quick tips, some life hacks, you know what I'm saying, about how to live life, man. Secondly, there's a song called Midwest. This song is dealing all about the what they call the Great Migration. There was multiple Great Migrations, but nobody ever talks about the Great Migration of Black Americans in the U.S. and how we came from the South up to the northern states of what they call the Midwest right now. I'm talking about your Clevelands, your Chicagos, your Detroits, your Buffaloes, your Rochesters, your St. Louis's. You know, we made that migration, and it had a dramatic effect on Black culture, and people don't talk about that enough. So I talked about it. There's a whole song dedicated to it. Next is a song called Drunk Uncle. It's a story based in my childhood, man. It's really an homage to my Uncle Jay, who I'm named after. Shout out to my uncle, rest in peace, man. You was the coolest, man. Nobody will ever be as cool as you was, man. You know, you had your flaws, but so do we all. So do we all, man. We all got them. The next song is Open Book. This is a tribute to my wife, man. This song is dedicated straight to my wife, like back in the old days where you used to have to call into the radio line and dedicate a song to the girl you like, try to get her attention. And that usually worked, by the way. You know, fellas, y'all don't got that no more, but they used to work. So this is the ultimate version of that, an entire song dedicated to me and my wife's love story, man. Shout out to my man, Will Blaze. He's laying some of the notes, and he's laying them vocals. And the vocals is the key to this track, man. So I really think y'all should go out and listen to it. This is the lead single off the album. There's some really big plans coming up too. So keep your eyes out on the gram and on TikTok for this joint, yo. Next is Bo and Prime, man. And Bo and Prime is the only song with a feature. My man featured on there is Lucky Leonard. Y'all might remember him. Anybody who's heard some of Sean Charles' old material from back in the day, Lucky Leonard was on there. His name was Bardio back then. He was blazing some joints, right? I'm so H to the double OD and everybody in it. Man, come on. He was doing his thing. And dude symbolizes, him and Sean Charles, they both symbolize what I really wanted to do with this album, which is highlight a lot of, you know, people in the younger generation that came up and now are mature and doing their thing. You know, my man Lucky Leonard, you know, 10, 12 years ago, y'all heard him spitting. It was nothing but hood stuff. You know, it was nothing but street language, nothing but selling this, nothing but hustling that. And now you hear him and you see him with that maturity. My man is a business owner. My man is straight or all about his business, right? And still hood. He still bring the hood, you know what I'm saying? So that dichotomy, that's one of the reasons why it's called Bo and Prime, because Bo and Primetime, Bo Jackson and Primetime was both two sport stars, the last of a rare breed. So me and Lucky Leonard represent the last of that rare breed. People who could really bring that true street knowledge, but also refine it into that mature growth and show you both sides, show you what it all look like. We ain't just trying to exploit you on one side like most rappers do. Next song is Iverson, man. Straight bars, straight gems, nothing but gems in that one. It actually was originally called Proverbs. Yeah, so yeah, check that one out. God Model, it's a song dedicated to my son. It's also words to my father. So it's really dealing with 3 generations of Floyds, man. You know, from my father and things that I had unresolved with him, all the way up to me resolving them, and then me giving words to my son. So peep that one, man. Hey, I ain't gonna, try to predict what'll happen, but all I'm saying is most people that hear that song cry. That's all I'm saying. Next one is Hype Williams, man. This was a tough one because we had to deal with police brutality. Sean, this I didn't want to do this one at first, and we'll talk about this later on a special podcast edition, man. We'll talk about this later. I didn't want to do this song. Sean did his thing, man. We gonna talk about it more, man. The next one is Two Moons. It's a dedication to my daughters, man. I had to speak life into my daughters. And the reason why I did these songs to my kids is because I want something. One, I want to show them that my art is encompassing of me. It's symbolic of me and my heart. So the things that I care about are the things I'm gonna speak about, right? To give them that blueprint, but also so that when I'm no longer here, man, they got this piece of art that lives forever. Whether it's out in the ether on the cloud or whether it's here in the physical, they got it forever, right? Then there's a joint called Imago Dei, which I'm gonna sign. It's like a book report, man. I'm gonna need y'all to peep all the bars that I spit in that bad boy. Took it back to 88 on y'all. Then there's a joint called Reunion. We're talking about cousins and the bond of cousins in our community, man. The Black and brown community, it tends to be even deeper. But for everybody, they can resonate with this pull that you have towards your cousins as you were little, and how it's typically real different when you get older. And what does that mean? What is that? How do you deal with that? Usually we don't talk about it too much. So I decided to talk about it. And the last song is Thankful. It's probably the most bars in the song, in the album. It's like all bars, bar, but it's just a prayer. It's just about me being thankful for the things I got going on in my life. Me being thankful for y'all, thankful for my audience, my platform. Thank you for my abilities. Thank you for God giving me anything in life. And lastly, my man Eric Troy steps in to give y'all a nice little bonus cut, man. First of all, listen, 13 tracks. Go grab this album, y'all, for real. Go grab this album. And then tune in later, man. I'm going to bring my man Sean Charles on here and Lucky Leonard, man. And we're going to chop it up about the making of this album. And we go a little deeper into every song, man. So again, hit that calendar up, man. And get that album, man. And let me know what y'all think. Put it down in the comments. And in fact, if y'all want to go grab this album, buy it, download it, or stream it. All of the links is right there in the description. So don't act like, I don't want y'all to, you know how people be like, man, I want to support your little album, but hey, where do I get it? Hey man, I'm not leaving no questions. Everywhere you can get it is right there. Right there. I don't care how you listen, your links is right there, man. Just click them. If you really want to hear it, man, I truly appreciate it. Go ahead and click them, man. You got the power to get it right there. All right. So thank you, man. The Big Bro podcast is back. The Coach Big Bro is in the house. Thank you for joining me, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. One.